Hello and welcome to Otaku Oasis Podcast. I'm your host Eric, and I'm joined by my co-host.
And I'm Joshua.
Good enough. uh, we're experiencing some weird delay, and we both tried restarting Discord and looking at our settings, and we can't explain the delay. But there's a delay, so we're gonna roll with it. Um, but today we are talking about Kingdom Hearts 4 reveal trailer. Let's go. Um,
Yes. To which I was right.
I just didn't think we were gonna get it. I thought for sure there's gonna be more games between 3 and 4. Um, I mean,
I mean, there's technically one in between three and four.
well, no, okay, I count Melody Memories, but how many games were between 2 and 3?
Okay,
Like,
no. I mean by the mobile game, the new one.
oh, Missing Link. Do you want to start on that? I don't have a
Yes.
whole lot to say about Missing Link.
Apparently, apparently Nomura doesn't even consider Memory of Melodies mainline. He says that one's a spin-off.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well. Um. But yeah. Missing Link. This. I don't like the mobile games. I didn't keep up with the mobile games. I didn't care about the story that they were presenting, and I definitely did not care about gotcha. Um, but this one actually looks pretty good.
Okay, still doesn't. It's a continuation off the other one, so kind of required to know the other one. Heck, I don't even think you actually know the story, really. Huh?
I know basic stuff. I know the characters. I know Stoletzia. Um, I know that Lucia is in it as Lorium. I know Ventus is in it as one of the um leaders of the unions, or whatever they end up calling them after the Keyblade War. But this looks
Yeah,
really
no,
cool.
it's still the unions.
Still unions? Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I mean this one it definitely looks more accurate to the Kingdom Hearts play style.
Yeah. Uh,
Definitely can see where the gotcha element is coming in though again as
yeah, the
well.
trophies. I noticed the trophies too, and I'm like, okay, so
Yeah.
it's probably gonna be gotcha. Um, and I don't like it, but I do like that this feels a lot just more like Kingdom Hearts. Like, I get why they went with I
Yeah,
don't know if
I
chibi is the right word, but I was not a fan of the chibi style, so I'm a fan of the moving away from that.
well, I think it's just what was kind of a bit more manageable at the time and kind of the best that you could do. Because let's just put it this way, a lot of companies did it at the time with their JRPG franchises. I know Tales of did it with Tales of Link at that time. So
Yeah. Well, I
Square Enix wasn't
guess
the only one.
yeah, but I guess mobile gaming has kind of evolved since when that first launched. Because
It's
that's
come a long
launched.
way. It's come a long. It launched back in 2012, I think.
Yeah, so it's been almost a decade since, which is insane to think that the mobile games
Yeah.
were going on for that
Let
long.
me just
But
check real quick. But yeah, I do think it was early 2010s.
yeah. Uh,
At 2015. That's
2015.
close enough.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much to say. I just thought it looked really cool. Graphically, it looked really cool. I'm a little hesitant on
I'm glad that
the.
they're continue.
Go on.
I'm glad that they're continue. Yeah, sorry. I'm glad that they're continuing off of the ending with Brain from the end of Union Cross.
Yeah. Don't know much about
Because
that.
that was that that ending was kind of a bit of a screwy because I don't know, it was hard to tell if I forget the name of the sixth master, but he supposedly took over Brain's body but at the same time didn't, so I don't know. It's
Yeah.
either that or he took on the form of Brain, but yeah.
Yeah. Um. I. I. I'm curious about the city exploring part of it, but the combat looked cool. Um. And it looks like it's co-op.
Yeah, no, there's probably gonna be a co-op raid system by the looks of it.
Yeah. So, I'm probably gonna check this one out. I'm probably gonna get it. I don't know how long I'm gonna stick with it,
As long as the
but
gameplay, as long as the gameplay like turns out pretty well, I'd say it's pretty good. And even if like I don't know how the gacha currency is gonna be, you can never really tell. But I mean, if it I don't know. As long as you're able to get like most of your combat skills like down pretty good without needing to spend a lot of money on gacha or anything, or just currency in general, I guess that you can get for free in the game. Um, I feel like it could turn out pretty good.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm a little bit hopeful. But let's get into talking about four because that's the big news, I think. Um,
Yeah. Well, no. We got one other news thing just real quick that we could go over as well, and that's Dark Road's final chapter is finally coming out this year, but not till August. Like, holy cow, that thing has gotten delayed by a year, basically.
I love that the they ended the mobile game before they ended the story, and they're just like, here's the cutscenes that we were going to put into a game.
Yeah, I don't know why it took them a year to make the final one, but I guess it must be pretty long by the looks of it.
Why
So
they couldn't make an offline version of the game, I don't know.
there is an offline version of the game with the story and whatnot.
No, yeah, but it's just the cutscenes, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean like offline version of the
that's what
game.
you need, really. The game wasn't that fun. I'm gonna put it out there. Union Cross wasn't that fun.
I mean, I agree. That's why I didn't play it, but also why they needed it to take server space, I don't know. It didn't require it. Yeah, it was cool because you had like interaction with the unions, whatever. But you could get rid of it and like it be fine. But
The the Union stuff hasn't really I'll just say this now. In the later years of the game, the Union stuff was really pretty much dominated by the people who picked one Union, and it pretty much stayed that way to the rest of the game.
Pokemon Go. What?
What?
Uh, one of my
The Unions
coworkers.
existed long before Pokemon Go.
No, I know, but what my one of my coworkers got me back into Pokemon Go, and like Mystic is everyone picked Mystic, and so like if you pick Mystic, you win. If you pick Instinct, you're screwed. If you pick Valor, you have a fighting chance, especially depending on where you live.
Yeah. I don't know. I just know I think like at least for the global server, the I forget the name, but the one that was like represented by the like unicorn looking one was the top one always. So
Wow. Okay, well, that tends to happen in mobile games. Although I'm surprised it was the unicorn. I would have lost.
yeah, no, it was I kept on winning because I chose that one.
I picked it up twice. I think the first time I picked it up, I picked the snake, and then the second time I picked up Ava's um fox. But yeah, never chose the unicorn. Well, anyways, now can we talk about Kingdom Hearts
Maybe
4?
it was I honestly don't remember the foretellers' names, so if I remembered which one, maybe it was Fava. I can't remember for the life
Ava
of
was the
me.
fox.
I don't know. Was it? I can't remember. It was the one female one that
Yeah,
was like pretty nice.
yeah, that's Ava.
Yeah.
Ava's the only one I remember. Um,
Yeah, I don't even remember that one.
I remember them from back cover. I can't remember their names, but I remember which one was represented by what and what the role was. Ava was the one that was told to ignore the war and to gather Keyblade wielders from every union. Um,
Yeah.
and she was the fox. And she's the only name I remember. All the other ones
Okay,
were just
so
hit and
maybe it
miss.
was a fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um, but yeah, can we talk about Kingdom Hearts 4 now? I really want to talk about Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm
No,
dying
no,
to
we'll
say.
delay Kingdom Hearts 4 for another hour. I'm just kidding. We can get into Kingdom Hearts 4.
Okay. Uh, initial. Let's just go initial impressions to anything that we saw.
I mean, I don't know. Where do you want to start?
Like what were just your first impressions with it? Like what? Because I watched this several times. I've seen
I don't
this
know.
a bunch by now.
I've seen it like a few times as well, but I mean, I don't know. It looked pretty cool to me, but
I
then
haven't
again,
seen. Yeah, I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no, go ahead.
So I haven't seen any like reactions to it, and I haven't seen too much discussion. I've seen like a little bit of a discussion about it. Um, and I'm not first to realize this, but first of all, I just want to say, rest in peace, Sora's clown shoes. You will be missed. Uh,
Yes. A moment of silence for Sora's clown shoes,
too soon.
and moment of silence over.
Yeah. uh, I don't. So my first reaction was, dude, this is nothing like Kingdom Hearts. This is dope. And then like a second after that, it hit me like, this is nothing like Kingdom Hearts. What?
I think I mean, it is like you can see at the end. It's not that the style is gone. I think it's just the quadratum world that has that style because it's more realistic, you know?
Yeah. Um, Sora looks too much like a femboy, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know. I mean, it looks about the same as like Noctis or Yozora, so not that off-putting.
Yeah, I don't know. Sora's face is very off-putting to me, and his hair. Like they de-spiked his hair, and I kind of miss the spikiness. But
Well,
now
yeah,
they,
I mean, it is meant to be a more realistic realm. I think he'll get his spikiness back like once he goes back to like the other realm, but like while he's in Quadratum, he's gonna have a more realistic hairstyle.
yeah, he just looks like he should be singing like J-pop in like a cafe, like a karaoke. um, dude, I just realized we're set for another Utoto Hikaru song in the next like 2 years.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if all things go well, we should say.
Yeah. Um, I
And we
why?
don't have another Kingdom Hearts 3.
Well, we got two songs surprisingly, but I don't understand what the legal issue is between her and Square Enix. But like they haven't been on great terms, even though she gave him two songs.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is there, but yeah, I thought it was really cool. I don't know what the forest was. The forest was like I was expecting to see Shibuya. I was not expecting to see the forest.
Yeah, I don't know what that forest is either. It might. Yeah, I honestly don't know. I heard like one piece of speculation from like one reaction that I watched, but I'm like, it seems kind of a bit out there because like I don't think it's an
Endor,
exact match.
Endor, the
Yeah.
AT-AT foot. Yeah, so I've seen several people point that one out. That is like the other piece of discussion that I've heard online. Uh, and I'm like, yeah, it might look kind of like an Endor, like an AT-AT foot, and yeah, it's a forest like Endor. But to me, it's like, what purpose does showing Endor in that capacity in this trailer serve? Like, what did you do?
Yeah.
Congratulations, you showed Star Wars without actually showing Star Wars in a trailer that had nothing to do with Star Wars being in Kingdom Hearts. Like, I feel like this location has a little more importance than just a Star Wars world. Um,
Yeah, I'm like I don't think it's like just a Star Wars world, you know?
yeah, and like, I am one of the people that wants it to stay closer to Disney. Um, I was even hesitant with Pixar getting in, but I'm like, okay, I'm fine with Pixar. Like, I'd rather it not be, but like, it's cool. At least they picked good Pixar movies like Toy Story and
Why would
Monsters.
you not want Pixar?
Because it
Like,
is
why would you not want Pixar? I mean,
because
because
Pixar's not Disney.
if you're limited to only Disney, Pixar is technically Disney.
Well, Marvel and Star Wars is technically Disney,
Like
but
Disney owns them.
yeah, Disney owns Star Wars and Marvel. I don't consider them Disney movies. And guess what? Neither does Disney. Go to Disney Plus. It will have Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic on the top. they don't consider them Disney movies, even though it's owned by Disney.
I know, but like, they're running out of Disney properties really to use
Oh,
in
they have
Kingdom
not run
Hearts.
out.
I'm like,
They still haven't used Jungle Book, even though they've hinted at it. Uh, we've not kind of like a true Lilo and Stitch world. Treasure Planet they could get into. A lot of worlds we could still revisit. Like we only went to Hunchback once, and it was in Dream Drop Distance.
yeah, but I don't think Disney cares to revisit those worlds that much. Like, unless it's a side game, I don't think Disney cares to.
Yeah, I think there's still a lot of Disney properties that they haven't used. Ones that they've planned to use and just cut because of time. I'm like, go back and actually use them. But yeah, I don't know. I'm I personally don't want Star Wars and Marvel mixed up into it because those are you can make an argument for Pixar. Like I kind of grew fine with Pixar.
I think
I
it makes sense. Like, I do, like, well, I don't think it was Endor that was shown in that trailer. I do think it would work better because then they're able to tackle those more realistic properties without it being too weird. Because, like, let's be real, Pirates of the Caribbean did not look the greatest and did not feel like it fit, particularly in the Kingdom Hearts world.
I thought at 3 it was great. 2 it was a little jarring, but I love the Pirates of the Caribbean movies though.
Three
So
was definitely better. I still definitely just did not like, and well, like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the world and whatnot. I just still didn't feel that Pirates of the Caribbean like really fit into the regular Kingdom Hearts world.
yeah, um, I liked it. I thought it was great, but I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be weird seeing Marvel and well, and here's my problem with Marvel and Star Wars as well is that like more we people when people say they want a Marvel world, it would literally have to be one world. Like it's not like we have like a Spider-Man world and an Iron Man world and a Captain America world because that's all just New York. And in the comics, in the movies, in whatever interpretation of Marvel they would be pulling from, they're all in the same New York. Like they're not in like different universe versions of New York. So I'm like,
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, like they can just cover it in small chunks, you know.
yeah. But I'm like, so I'm just like, I don't know what you would even want with
And
Marvel
even
because it's
so,
not.
who's to say it? Who's to say that like there's gonna be like it couldn't just be like one big world type thing for Quadratum and whatnot, because we're playing with different rules here compared to like the regular stuff that we've seen from Kingdom Hearts prior.
Yeah. Well, and then you get to the problem with Star Wars where it takes place a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away, and that one is has the opposite
Okay, but
problem.
really, has time ever played it?
What?
I'm like, has time really ever played a problem? Space, but
Well, but here's what I'm saying. It has the opposite problem of Marvel, where in one movie they go to 3 or 4 different worlds, and so it's like, okay, you're gonna cover this one story, but what is that gonna be? The space of 4 different worlds, like playing out one movie, or what is the deal there? Like it has the opposite problem of Marvel
they
being only
could.
one world with all the different properties.
It's not impossible.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
I mean, we have to wait and see. Like, no world has been confirmed yet, so or do
Yeah.
we know how they're tackling worlds, or if there are worlds at all?
I think I saw somewhere someone say it was an open world game, and like I, I'm excited to run around Shibuya, but it just feels so weird seeing this realistic world with Sora in it. Like him just having an apartment and waking up on a couch. I'm like, my boy is living life. Like he has a life where he has a place to live and sleeps. It's weird.
Well, I mean, I think that's kind of the point, that it is meant to be kind of a bit weird.
Yeah. Okay, this is a theory that I've not seen anyone else discuss, but one that I have. Are we gonna get Master Ericus back? Because there's only two characters who have canonically died.
Why?
Okay, there's only two characters that have canonically died, and that is Starletzia and Ericus. And the situation surrounding their death are the exact same. And Starletzia ended up in Quadratum for whatever reason. Because this is the place where Hertz go after they die, apparently. Could Ericus also be here?
Yeah, but uh, Ericus, I think back, if I'm remembering correctly, from back in like Birth by Sleep, Ericus went into basically Terra's heart, and that's why basically he was able to like keep living on for as long as he did.
You mean like Ericus in the Lingering Well? Or like Terra in the Lingering Well, I mean?
In Terra, which in part like allowed him to be like become the lingering will and whatnot.
Is that what it was? I thought it was just. Okay. So, I was gonna say.
I might be wrong. I like
I
I
think we're
might very well
moving.
be wrong, but this is just based off of what I can remember.
Yeah. Well, I also think we're moving into a new phase of Kingdom Hearts because this trailer seemed to talk quite a bit about the soul. And soul is a term that has been brought up like once or twice in Kingdom Hearts, but very seldom. But like one of the cases of a soul is the Lingering Will. Was Terra's soul was inside of it, not his heart, his soul. And so I'm like, could we be moving away from Hertz and moving towards this soul?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's possible, but who knows?
Um,
Like we have very little to go off of, at least story-wise, from like this first trailer.
I mean, a lot of it was just kind of like random mumbo jumbo that Kingdom Hearts does, where it's like you have endless possibilities,
Hmm.
but if you leave this world behind, then you will have no other options or whatever. Um, actually, I kind of gathered from that like Sora's not necessarily stuck in Quadratum, but he has to help Quadratum, and if he doesn't, then he has no hope of returning to his world. So, for whatever reason, Quadratum and the Realm of Light are intertwined. And that's what I'm gathering. Not saying this is the case, but from what I understand, based off what they're saying, the fates between the two worlds are combined. So Sora can choose to let Quadratum die because he has no reason to really help it. But if he does, then there's no hope of him returning to his world.
I don't know. We'll definitely have to see. Not that I'm saying like that it can't be the case. I honestly don't know where they're going with that.
Yeah. Um. Also, a small detail, but because I'm looking at it, uh, Sora's necklace got shorter again, and it hurts me. Sora's necklace each game gets shorter
I
and
mean,
shorter, and
next thing you know, it's just gonna be choking him. But
I know it's gonna
no,
be
in
a
all
choker.
seriousness, I do think it's just because it's part of the style.
The necklace.
I think it's just due to the style because like even in three, even if it was like closer to more realistic portions, it wasn't technically realistic if we want to be
No,
like kind of
people have
exact
actually
and
tracked the
whatnot.
necklace. People have tracked the necklace. It is shorter in 2 than it was in 1, and it was shorter in 3 than it was in 2. The necklace legitimately does get
I
shorter
don't
as
know.
he grows.
No. I'm not saying that it doesn't. I'm just saying like if we're going on for like full realism, it does need to be like a very small necklace.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about like the chain, not necessarily the pendant. The pendant, I think, is pretty much the same size.
But yeah, I thought the pendant got smaller from like one to two and two to three.
No, the pendant stayed the same. It was just the chain got shorter. Um,
Oh, or maybe it's just the illusion due to it getting the chain getting shorter.
yeah, so it's really funny. Um, uh, what do you think about his new outfit? Disregarding the face.
I think it fits. Honestly, I think his face is fine too.
Yeah,
That's just me.
the face gets me a little bit off guard, but I'm sure I'll get used to it at some point. It just doesn't like. It doesn't have the iconicness of Sora. Sora has kind of like a lovable face, and
Well,
this
I
one.
mean, in a realistic, I mean, in a realistic world, though, like he wouldn't have like that, like kind of more anime kind of cartoony like style of face.
Yeah, I just miss the chubby cheeks. Um, but yeah. I think the outfit looks really good. It feels like an outfit based off the third game that someone would like actually wear. And it still has some Nomura
Yeah.
isms. The cuffs are a little over the top, but it feels more grounded to what someone would actually wear while being a homage to like his 3 outfit. I am
Mm-hmm. Actually,
sad. Yep.
I was just pulling up like what Strelitzia looked like in Union X, like
She looked about the
compared
same to me.
to yeah, no, that I'm seeing that. I'm like, no, looks about the same. I was just wondering if they changed like her outfit at all.
Yeah.
But nope, that's it's about the same.
It still gets me that like his pants and his sleeves are still too short. Like
Uh,
his legs go down to his
I mean, it's a
calves
style.
and his arms. Yeah, it's a style thing, but like I don't know anyone that does that. He has a jacket, but the jacket has the sleeve length
I
of a baseball shirt.
It's not like that short.
Baseball shirts go like halfway down the forearm, which is about where his cuffs are.
Oh, did they? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Baseball. They're
You think
not
I pay
long
attention to
sleeves, but they're
sports?
not short sleeves. Though. Yeah, yeah. No, baseball shirts go to like halfway to the forearm. They don't go to the wrist, but they're longer past the elbow. Um, I used to play baseball, so I kind of know that one. Um,
Yeah, I only played when I was really young, and that's about it.
yeah. The red looks a little too bright to be realistic. If that makes sense. I kind of wish they went with a more muted red. That's
I
just
don't know. I think the
nitpicking.
bright red's fine. I have like, I have a bright red shirt that's kind of like that.
I guess. Yeah, I guess
It's
it's
not
fine.
impossible to have like a shirt that's that that's like that bright of a red.
It's just
But I
I'm
mean,
just
just
like
looking at the gameplay, it does seem to yeah. But looking at the gameplay, just like for a quick sec, I mean it definitely seems like kind of an evolution of threes.
yeah. Well, this looks the most acrobatic that we've seen him, and like I didn't
Yeah,
realize it the first
he
time
has
around.
like that chain grabbing
Yeah,
move or
I was gonna say
whatnot.
the grappling hook. I thought the grappling hook was just like him pointing his keyblade
You
and
mean
shooting
the
like a light beam.
keychain?
Yeah, I thought the grappling hook was coming out of the top of the keyblade, like how his spells come out. It wasn't until like my third or fourth time watching that I realized he's turning the keyblade around and it's the chain that is grappling. I didn't realize that at first.
Yeah, yeah. It's literally a keychain.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm not gonna lie. I like that. This is definitely the most acrobatic,
I
most
just like
aerial.
kind of. I just find it a bit like kind of like a pun.
Yeah. I am interested to see how open Quadratum is. I'm hoping that it's fairly open. Um
Well, I imagine it should be.
Yeah. Like I would love for this to be the most realistic depiction of Shibuya in gaming. Maybe that's too much to ask, but that would be so cool. Um, and like, I don't know how much of like the grappling hook is going to be there, the grappling chain, but having him chain like Spider-Man across Shibuya would be dope.
I definitely think if like the worlds are bigger, it's definitely gonna help for like ways of like traversing the worlds.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna get the World Ends with You in Shibuya though.
Probably not. It seems too realistic to get those characters.
Yeah. I'm sure they could do it, but even then, I think they want to move away from that, which saddens me because I've really been hopeful to seeing Twei return in Kingdom Hearts, but
I don't think they're really moving away from it. Like at the end, it's not like they've gotten rid of it. Again, I'll say this again until I'm blue in the face. I don't think they're getting rid of the toon style. It's just Quadratum itself.
I don't know. I have a hard time seeing them going back to the King. Like I know we haven't talked about this at all, but Donald and Goofy at the end. I know we see them, and I know they're in the Kingdom Shader. But at least in this game, I find it very hard to believe that Sora is going to be going back and forth between the Kingdom Shader and this. Like, I think this is what Sora is
Well,
going to be.
I don't think he would. He may be going back and forth either, but I don't think he will like ever go back for a game or something like that.
I don't know. I just feel like once they've gone this route, like it's going to be very hard to go back. And maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like they're kind of going towards this route and they're going to stick with it.
See, I don't see that because then it's just basically feeling like a Final Fantasy clone, and why would you have two RPG series that play pretty similarly?
Um, because let's be real, uh, Final Fantasy has become a clone of Kingdom Hearts more than Kingdom Hearts has been a clone of Final Fantasy.
Well, yeah, but I mean, why have them in the same style? That isn't gonna appeal to a broader audience, you know?
Um, I don't know. Uh, I don't
I'm
know what
like,
they're
I
doing in
think
this
most
game.
people go to I think most people go to Kingdom Hearts because it is a bit more bright and like more fun than like Final Fantasy. Sure, Quadratum is a bit darker, but I don't think the entire game's gonna be like that either.
I don't know. I don't see them going back to it. That's my problem. Like, well, and we saw the artwork that Nomura did with like all of them in like street clothes, and that looks like a very early version of what Sora's wearing right now. So that means that we're going to probably get Kairi, Riku, Axel, and Roxas all ending up in Quadratum, or at least in this more realistic state at some point. So, like, yeah, if we're bringing characters over to the
I mean,
realistic
sure,
side,
that it can definitely it could definitely happen, but I think that's just because it's also a big part of this arc, I think.
yeah, I don't know. I want to see more. I hope this game doesn't take too long. I hope this isn't like 5 years in the making.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they're able to get it out by like 2024, hopefully.
2024 at the latest. I'm hoping. Honestly, I highly doubt it.
I
But
don't think we're getting 2023. The mobile game isn't going to be out until 2023.
that's true. I just don't want to have to wait 2 years. More than 2 years. Uh,
Yeah, I've waited. I've waited a long time for Kingdom Hearts 3, and I waited a long time for Tales of Arise. I can do it again. I can do it.
I've waited a long time for those two as well, but well, not Arise, but I was there. I played all the Kingdom Hearts games besides Birth by Sleep. You know, I know from Dream Drop Distance to Kingdom Hearts 3, that was a wait. Breath of the Wild was also a wait because that was the reason why I got a Wii U. Was from that Game Awards trailer. But no, it was the E3 trailer because it was at the same time as Hyrule Warriors was shown. Yeah,
And Smash, I think.
yeah, but it was literally Hyrule Warriors and Breath of the Wild were the reasons I got the Wii U, and man, did that pay off.
Not Smash Bros.
I don't think Smash was revealed yet, or maybe it had just also been revealed, but I didn't give it a whole
I'm
lot
like,
of
I
thought.
think it was the same year, all three of those.
Maybe it was.
Like, I think those three were all revealed in the same E3.
I know. I know I got Smash Bros. Day one, but I don't think that was like the driving motivation for getting a Wii U. Um. Anyways, that's not wrong discussion though. Uh, whatchamacallit, what else? Was that a dark side? Because I thought it was a dark side, but then I'm like, it looks way too different to be a dark side. This is a new thing.
I don't know. It looks like it looks kind of like a dark side, but it also looks like it's a bigger, more like bad version of a dark side. So I don't know.
Well, I feel like they're gonna try to get away from all of the enemy types from
I don't
the
think
first one.
so. I think Heartless are around to stay.
Do you think they're a mainstay?
Yeah.
I just feel like they're too closely tied to Xehanort.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
it wasn't just Xehanort. It's anyone who like uses darkness, basically.
Uh, no, because like
I mean,
Aqua, it was Ansem.
the one creating them in one wasn't. I mean, technically Ansem, but it was Maleficent who was the driving force behind it.
No, it was Ansem. Ansem taught Maleficent how to do it. But remember, like Birth by Sleep, there were no Hurtless in Birth by Sleep, and it's not until she gets into the realm of darkness that she meets them, and she calls them the denizens of darkness. She doesn't know that they're called Hurtless because they weren't a thing. Like Ansem was the one that brought them over and taught
Yeah, but
Maleficent how to
it's not
use
like
them.
they can't still exist. And
Yeah,
they technically existed before, like Xehanort and whatnot, through like the first Keyblade War that we see in the mobile game.
yeah. I don't know how they created. I don't even know. Because like I know how they're created, technically speaking. It's the darkness in someone's heart. When the heart is released from the body, the darkness swallows it and becomes a heartless. Um, but that said, that doesn't explain why there's none during Aqua's time. Besides, like, and also I know emblem heartless are different than pure heartless. Um, there were emblem heartless in the mobile game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So then I have no clue how those got created. Um, because we learned that like emblem heartless are not created naturally. They are um, like experimented on. So that's why in the realm of darkness you will never see an emblem heartless. It's only in the light you'll see emblem heartless because they're not created by pure darkness alone.
wasn't there at least one emblem one because Aqua faces one in the secret ending to Birth by Sleep Final Mix?
No, she doesn't. She faces young Xehanort.
No, she doesn't face Young Xehanort. That isn't Young Xehanort. Young Xehanort is an extra final boss that's done through the multiplayer mode.
What are you? I don't even know what you're thinking of.
You haven't seen 0.1, have you?
0.1.
Yeah, there's Birth by Sleep 0.1. It's an extra thing that was added in the final mix. It's an extra section that you get after completing all the sections, I believe, on Proud mode. And it has Aqua exploring the beginning part of the Realm of Darkness.
Apparently, I've not seen this. Let me look this up.
Because she faces, I believe, what is said to be Braig's Heartless.
Briggs Heartless, huh? Is it a playable section or is it just a cutscene?
No, it's a playable section.
Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I'm not even finding this. I'll have to look into this, but I do not know about this at all.
Yeah. No. Surprised you didn't know about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find this now. Okay. Kingdom Hearts bosses. Birth by Sleep. Here we go. Characters, dimensions, bosses. There we go. Yep, it just says Master Xehanort, Terranort, Vanitas are the last ones. Oh wait, Terra's
Are you
story.
checking Final Mix?
This wiki doesn't have Final Mix. I'm assuming it's. Yeah, it doesn't say. Okay, here we go. See if I. Yeah, I'm still not finding. Okay, whatever. I'll take your word for it. I have no clue.
Yeah, it's called a fragmentary. It's called a fragmentary passage. It's also referred to as the secret episode for Birth by Sleep Final Mix.
The Dark Hide. The Dark Hide doesn't look like an emblem.
Yeah. No, just a pure blood. Okay.
Emblems have the actual emblem on them. And just based off this one picture, I'm not seeing the emblem. You might have it on his chest, but. Yeah, no. Looks like he doesn't have it. He's a pureblood. Wow, that was a long time for nothing to do with Kingdom Hearts 4. Uh, and a very anticlimactic ending. Uh,
Yeah,
anyways,
it's fine. I mean, it has to. I mean, it has to do with Kingdom Hearts still. So
yeah. Um, anyways, the Lost Masterwork. So I have the feeling the mobile games are going to be important, and I don't like that.
yep.
This is dumb.
I mean, they always were gonna be important. Nomura said they were gonna be.
Yeah, but basing the future of the series on a mobile game.
I think it's great marketing, in my opinion.
Except the mobile game is shut down right before the big game is gonna be released.
Well, I mean, it's story finished up.
Yeah.
Like what you need to know was already in there by time, like even like Kingdom Hearts, like at least for the most part, by time Kingdom Hearts 3 had ended.
Yeah. Um. So let's see what else she says. Uh. So Sora's been asleep for 7 days, from when he arrived in this world. I'm assuming that's the Yozora fight and not
Mhm.
3 day or 7 days since he got Thanos snapped.
Yeah, I imagine that's probably also the case.
Which also leads to the question of which ending is canon. Because the
I think that it's.
the good ending ended with
I
him
think
in the
that it's
final
basically
world.
just a dream match. Sure, but who's to say that he didn't end up in Quadratum soon after?
So he went to Quadratum to
I don't think
fight,
him
then
being
ended up in the final
crystallized.
world.
Like, I don't know. They could always rewrite that bit where he appears back in the final world.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, not a huge. I think the bad ending is the canon one. I think he did get put into the crystal.
I don't think crystallizing him makes sense either, though.
I mean, neither one makes sense, but
Like him being,
who knows what
I
Yozora's
don't
purpose
think him being
was?
crystallized stuck in Quadratum makes sense. Not to mention, once you beat him, like Yozora wakes up from it too, meaning that that wasn't like fully Quadratum itself.
Yeah, I just think we don't know what Yozora's purpose is at all. We didn't see him in this trailer, but Yozora kind of hints at his goal was not to kill Sora. His goal was always to save him. And so when you beat him in the good ending, he kind of says like, "I guess now's not the time, but like I'll be back." Versus the bad ending, he does what he sets out to do. He says like, I've saved him. I saved Sora." Um, and so
Yeah, but
I think the
didn't he also
crystal.
say that Sora doesn't look like he didn't look like Sora or something?
Yeah, he didn't look like his Sora. Um,
Which might be why he looks different in Kingdom Hearts 4.
yeah, that could be an explanation. But I think.
Unless some time stuff is going on at play when that battle happened and whatnot.
Yeah, I think the crystal ending is canon, and I think the crystal really just like put him to sleep, and like now he's woken up a
See,
week later.
I think the good ending is more canon, but that's just me.
I think Zora succeeded. I think Zora saved him. Cause I'm like, how would
I don't
Sarletzia
think
find him?
that's what I don't think that's why Yozora was given that mission.
I don't know. I don't know. I want to play this game. Also, place your bets. Next gen only.
I mean, considering that it seems to be running on Unreal Engine 5, most likely, and I mean in 2 years, I think most people should be able to like have the ability to get the next gen consoles, so
Yeah. I
I don't think it should be too much of a problem.
what I noticed was in the skyscrapers, you can see the reflection of the giant like dark side looking thing, even during the gameplay section. So I'm like, okay, this is ray tracing. The This is PS5, and I'm just like, I don't see this running on the PS4.
Unless it's like a massively downgraded version.
Yeah, but I'm like, this looks too big to be a 4 game. Um,
Yeah, to which I agree.
uh, I saw someone.
But we have no like there's been no console confirmations yet though is the thing, but
Yeah.
most
Um,
likely.
I think my roommate was like, dude, could you imagine playing this thing on the Switch? And I was just like, if you think this is coming to the Switch, you're gonna be
No.
massively disappointed. It's like,
Yeah, I'm
trust me,
like,
they couldn't
if
get
you
a
think this
PS2
is coming to
game.
the Switch, you're dreaming.
Yeah. They couldn't make a PS2 game run smoothly on the Switch. What makes you think they're gonna get a PS5 game running on the
Well,
Switch?
more of that's they could have ported the PS2 game as like a regular physical thing instead of the cloud version, and it would have ran just fine. It's because it's a cloud version that it doesn't run
Yeah,
well.
yeah. But that's Square Enix for you. I just don't see this game looking good on. That's the. I guess they could
Yeah,
technically
no,
put this out as a cloud version.
there's no way that four is no. If three had a struggle, like if they had a struggle running a PS2 games, I doubt they could run a PS5 game.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, I guess they technically could do cloud version, but who would want to play the cloud version? Who would subject themselves to that?
Exactly.
Um,
I don't think anyone would.
yeah, if you buy the cloud version, I'm sorry, you're an idiot. I
Yeah,
understand
but
like giving them a chance, but like you've been burned by the PS2 games. Don't make that decision again. If they make a cloud version of this game and you buy it, you are just dumb.
Yeah, but speaking well, since we're getting like towards the end of the trailer,
Oh, it's been on the
who
loop.
do you think Donald and Goofy were looking for?
Hades. I
I
think they
don't
were
think they
looking
were
for
looking
Hades.
for Hades.
Let's wait till it
I
comes
don't
back
think
in the
they
trailer.
were.
I think they were looking for him, and I think they literally went to the underworld because they're like, "Hey, Sora is dead, and everyone else has jobs. What are we supposed to do? Let's go to the underworld and ask the guy who's in charge of all of the dead souls, to help us
Yeah,
find our
but then
friend."
what's with the reaction to Hades at the end?
Because they weren't expecting
I'm
him
like,
to
that
go fire and
reaction
brimstone
doesn't.
on him.
Yeah, but I don't feel like that's the reaction to someone that you're looking for.
If that person is like going to attack you, that might be. They're hoping he'd
No,
come
but
on
they were
friendlier
even just
terms.
shocked by Hades appearing.
No, because let's
I
wait for
know
the
that,
trailer to
that
come
they've.
back around. Because
I
they're
know that
not.
they've never.
Let's wait for the trailer to come back around. Because
Eric,
what?
I don't need to have the trailer come back. I don't need to have the trailer come back around to know that they've freezed up in shock, not in a way of like, oh yes, you're the one that we've been looking for.
Um, but if you look at what happens, he doesn't. It's not just the blue flame. It's Hades gets mad and turns red, which he does when he's angry.
Yeah, I
Uh,
know that. I know that. I'm just saying, I don't feel like you'd freeze up if that's the person that you're trying to meet. You'd probably try and talk them down, then freeze up and prepare to attack.
but first off, it's a little bit comedic, and also, again, it's not that they weren't looking for him, but every other time they've met him, he like starts off with a cool head, and then they kind of antagonize him, and then he gets mad. Here, he is going
Yeah,
for
but
the
he
attack
they
first
never.
thing. They weren't expecting him to be
Yeah,
that
so
angry.
like why would. Yeah, but I don't. They must not. I don't think they're looking for Hades. I really don't think they
Why
are.
else are they in Olympus, and why are they in pitch black Olympus?
Who knows? But I definitely don't think it's for Hades.
I think it was. Um, let's see. Here it is. Because let's look at what is said. Because I don't have the words memorized. But yeah, ba. I wonder where he is. I don't know, but I sure hope he can help. So, looking for help. The blue flame.
Yeah, see, look, like Donald turns away, not like they weren't looking for him. Like, why would you turn away if that's like the
Oh,
person you're looking for?
I don't know. I I think I feel like Hades makes sense based off the fact that like Sora's dead.
I'm not saying it doesn't make sense like to look for Hades. I'm just saying I don't think they are looking for Hades.
Like who else would they
Just
be
based
looking
off that
for?
context.
Who else? Who else in
I don't
Olympus would
know,
they
but
look
I
for?
definitely. Who's to say that this is like actually Olympus?
Why the heck
Out
is
of the
Hades there?
villains in Disney, out of the villains in Disney, I believe Hades has been the one who's hinted the most at being able to know about outside worlds, next to Maleficent, who obviously does.
But he also only really knows about them because of Maleficent, and he doesn't really have a lot of care about them. He's like, yeah, they exist, but I just want to rule Olympus.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows? There could be a shared death realm or something like that. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't really think it's Hades that they're looking for.
I'm like, who else would they add? Like Hercules? Like, well, they just learned that he's the son of Zeus and that he's on Olympus. So going into this dark dungeon wherever they are, like that doesn't make sense.
Who knows? We're just kind of going in circles on this at this point, so
I
But
don't know.
regardless,
I'm trying to think if I have anything more to say. I feel
we'll
like I
just
had
have to
more
wait
thoughts.
and see.
I feel like I had more thoughts before of started recording, and now like all my thoughts have just like left my head. Um, I don't know. I'm excited and nervous, which is pretty much explains what the last decade of being a Kingdom Hearts fan is like. Excited and nervous.
I've just been excited.
Yeah, three definitely didn't do it for me, and I've been very cautious of the direction they've been going, and I'm still not sold on the direction they've been going, but maybe.
See, I don't feel like judging prior to like knowing anything or how it's going to play out is worthwhile.
Well, I just don't know what to do. Like, if they make this an open world with Quadratum, which is from what I heard is kind of the thing they're going for, I don't see them having a whole bunch of other worlds. It's going to be one big open world, which a Kingdom Hearts game has never been just one big open world, especially a numbered game. And I don't think Sora is going to leave Quadratum until the end. I doubt he's gonna like just spend the tutorial there and then go back to the realm of light and be like, "Hey guys, I know it's been a year, but nothing happened really."
No, I wasn't saying that that was going to happen either, but it's just I don't think like it's going to stay entirely in Quadratum. This game, sure, for the most part, probably, but going forward because it's like basically we're entering like the next saga, so like I definitely don't think it's just gonna be the Quadratum realm.
I don't know. Um, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I
Yeah, I think we said about all we can say about this trailer for now.
yeah, I'm a little upset that like we only really got one game with Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora. I know like Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora didn't have a whole lot of games because like Dream Drop Distance they gave him a new costume and like Recoded just had him in his one outfit. But like I really like the 3 outfit. It was my favorite. And I think I still like the 3 outfit better than this one. Although this one's not bad at all. I'm like a little upset that we're not gonna get more of the 3 outfit at all.
Well, if you miss it, just go play it in Smash Bros.
Dude, I'm not used to it in Smash Bros. Because they still have the baby head on it, and that to me is weird. I don't have a problem with the baby head on 2, but the baby head on 3 doesn't look right.
Who knows? Anyways, I think we should end it off there.
Yeah, we've been ranting for like an hour and talking about a bunch of stuff that's also not related, so let's call it here. Thank you
Yeah. Well,
guys.
I mean, it's a it's a podcast discussion,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Uh Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out more Kingdom Hearts content probably to come. Um I don't want to say in the near future, but whenever we get more information.
Yeah, whenever we get new information.
Yep. And hopefully this is the beginning of more content overall because we need it. Bye bye.
No, we don't need it, but it'd be nice. Regardless, bye.